George, the only thing I ever hear about the cable system is the movies.
Yeah.
We just don't get out of 80 movies, I don't know.
No, we do.
Now what?
Newer movies.
We do.
I've had several people talk, I never watch them,
I don't
but
either.
I've had several people say that our movies are not par. I don't know that.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you what I hear.
I've heard that question a lot, and we continue to review between any of the other providers that are out there for the services, and the movies are all the same. Once again, we don't offer any adult, so there's no variety in that way. But as far as new programs, once they're released out into the market for DVDs, it's just a matter of a week after that, and they come to us.
They come, same thing.
We don't really have any control over that piece.
You mean we get the same thing as Comcast and Knoxville and Charter here, the same movie?
Yes. Yeah, like I said, the only thing we don't offer, there are a lot of other movies that have explicit content that we block out and we don't.
And that would be all of them.
Yeah, anymore, yeah.
Well, that's the reason we don't get any of that.
That's right.
Really, that's probably it.
I'm sure it's a big part of
That's
it.
probably it. So we made.
If you recall, back when we went into business, it was somewhere around 8, 9, 10% of all charters, cable customers took the program.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, I'm
We
not making a
decided we
case for
weren't going
the
to. Well, we're not
additionals.
talking.
I'm just saying that.
There is, what
That's-
grades of adult programs do we have though? Are they're different grades apparently, because some of these new movies are gonna be rated R, and we're not getting them, and the other cable companies get them, is what I'm saying, and not because they're,
I guess we
No,
get
we're
getting all the R-rated stuff.
Yeah.
It's anything above that, it's categorized above that.
You
well,
have
like
to
Lynn
get your
says,
X-rated stuff on your iPad.
that's 90% of it though, with
That's right.
the new movies. And that's something we need to address, I'm telling you, it's because we're losing
We
customers.
have that conversation at least once a quarter,
Well, let's have it again.
because we talk about the margin.
Yeah.
Anything above R, below R, however you want to say that, is about an 85% profit margin last time we looked. Everything else is just the opposite, it's around 15%.
You need R, above R, you make a lot of money.
From G to R is about 15%.
Well, there's the,
From R to whatever other X's there are is 85%. Now those are 6 or 7 year old numbers.
well, how many X's is out there is what I'm asking.
We do a preview.
No, let's find out how many
What
X's is
about
out
these
there. We don't
That's
need,
a good question. I don't know
really,
how
I'm
many,
telling you,
from a
it's-
quantity
we're losing
standpoint.
money on it, because I have
Our
several people ask about
The
it.
numbers on VOD and pay-per-view purchases continues to decline. It's well over what it was the last 3 or 4 years, but you're right. There's a lot of money, like Clark said, left on the table in that area, but it's based on our decision at this point
Well,
to
you
restrict that
need to
content.
bring us a
I think
report.
our decision was Bill Swan's
Yeah,
decision.
that's right. Yeah, that's,
What
I don't
about
remember.
the new smart
We didn't
TV
make
that
it.
has
I don't remember if they
Netflix?
did
Can they
discuss
not
The
get
board can
R
check
through
it.
Netflix?
that's what I'm saying, it's not,
Yeah, I don't know what
it's a
the
matter
We
of
don't get
limits
any
are.
of that.
preference, you know.
I mean, you can say
No,
you
but
want
they
to
can
take
get
the
it
high
through
road and not
our
offer that, but I'm telling you, if you offer internet, you're offering the same.
Same
You
word.
already got it.
What I've talked to my other brethren about, they'll go ahead and carry it because of the revenue or because customers are not coming to them if they don't. Now, they don't advertise it, they don't put it on the rate card,
That's what I'm talking
but
about.
if it's out there, they're gonna find it. So they just keep those movies out there in the background and for that segment of customers.
You can't have anything any worse than HBO we've got now.
Well, what-
Yeah, you can.
I don't know. What the hell is-
Lynn says she's watched a lot worse lately.
That was- I'm telling you. Gee,
Well, we
have
can
channels in the morning when you wake up.
If you want us to, we'll try to run some numbers. We can ask some of our brethren just how many.
You ever
See
have
what
any
it
customers
is.
say, we're switching to FiberNet because you don't have those? Is that?
I've never heard that.
Okay.
That's kind of a taboo
That's the
subject.
argument right there.
But that's the reason they take internet.
I've heard, somebody up front told me we didn't offer it, they didn't take our video. But I've heard that.
Yeah.
They didn't take our service.
Because we didn't.
Because we didn't.
I think you could put an R on there and nobody ever know the difference.
Well, the point is, you can get it on internet.
Well-
Well, your point's well taken, it's like HBO, Cinemax, all that kind of
All
stuff.
that stuff's right there.
You know, and based on the technology, I mean, the titles and descriptions in themselves can be just, you know, say this.
Prime time's pretty
George,
bad.
how does that, if it
But those
is,
can be locked away behind.
I mean, you're getting this off the satellite now.
So the
are we-
content is
are we
already there and
blocked?
it comes to us, we just don't acknowledge it and put it out for publication.
So
Well,
it's part of the download.
Here's basically what I'm talking about, the new release movies that go to theaters, we're not getting because they're rated.
We do get most of those.
No, I don't think so.
Well, but we, Harold, I can show you the charts that we show, and we look at all of them, because we continually hear that question. You never get any of the new movies, but when you look at the other services that offer those types of VOD and pay-per-view offerings, ours are exactly the same. They're exactly the same, other than that other programming content.
Wait, look, we'll get some numbers, Brady.
Yeah, the thing about it is, we don't prevent any of that content coming, but we also are not able to make decisions about when it comes to pay-per-view or VOD. We just receive that content as it becomes available to us.
But if you can see a movie,
There's only 2 services out there that offer those, and we subscribe to one, and then there's one other one.
but if you go up here to the movie and see a movie
I haven't been to a
That's
theater 2
released
times in 10
to
years.
the theater,
Go to the kids' movies.
Next.
Every other.
2
Nobody
months,
knows you.
it should be on cable, and we can't get it because it's rated.
Well, if it's rated X, but you're not gonna find X,
No,
X
I
movies.
well, I
up
don't think,
here.
I think we're getting movies that's not rated, and we're not getting some that's not rated.
But George said that, as soon as they release those, they're part of this download stream.
Yeah,
Well,
now,
yeah.
now you
So
need to
to know
understand,
how many ratings there are, is it go from R to X? No, there's gotta be some in.
you need to understand too, there are separate agreements made with like the Blockbusters and the Netflixes of the world. They get different movies that come out from different movie houses because they have different contractual agreements. The 2 services that provide them to satellite receive companies like us and cable companies and DirecTV, there's only 2 of those folks. And that content is mirrored on both those providers. So,
The only thing I'm saying is, I think Comcast in Knoxville has newer movies than we do.
Well, we can do a comparison, maybe that'd be
Well,
really.
we got Miley Cyrus on the physical world. That's bad as
Well,
bad
that's
as
as
it
bad as
is.
an X.
Well, what we can do is just, we can take a Comcast, what their newest offerings are, compare that to actual.
here's one of the things that I will tell you is when they broadcast it just as a raw number and they say available 10,000 movie titles,
There's
a
a
large
lot of
percentage of
movies in
those
there.
are X-rated and hard R movies that we're not.
An interesting, one of the things Greg and I looked at earlier this week, sometime recently, was we have a lot of free VOD.
Right.
And that piece is really picking up substantially. To me, that says, instead of doing a DVR or whatever, a lot of people like to want to watch what they want to, when they
When
want
they want
to. And I don't care if it's triple X or quadruple X or R or G or whatever it is. The internet's gonna be the key to that. It's not gonna be the box, it's not gonna be the
That's
box
right.
at your TV set. And that key is gonna be us controlling that connection. That's the key.
How does that work, George, like if a parent, for these people who are offering that stuff and they take pay-per-view,
It's behind locked menu screens, so you have to have a PIN number that even gives you access to view the titles.
so you would give a home a PIN number, or they get a
It
PIN
has to be
number
on
when
the
they go?
account.
Huh?
It has to be it's on the account. If they don't use the PIN number, they don't have access to it.
Or, any of them, really, any of the pay-per-view.
Any of those titles. No, well, you can do the same thing with pay-per-view and VOD right now.
But if a family wanted to say, it's out there, or, I want to block it.
You can
so
segregate the adult programming, so it's all
Segregate.
separate. PIN.
That's how they do it. Okay. We'll get some numbers.
Well, I mean, it's just,
Probably the most tongue lashing we've taken over what you offer or don't offer have been First Baptist and the Catholic channel.
Yeah, they were gonna tar and feather me, run me out of town when we dropped EWTN. We're not happy at all.
I'm not following that. What did we drop?
As far as.
Well, we carried EWTN, which is the Catholic channel, on 2 separate tiers. And when we dropped it from the lower tier, just decided to carry it where all of our other religious